Chosen one, brace yourself. A powerful person is about to make you an insane offer. What if I told you the worst year of your life was actually the year God was building something inside you that nobody else on this earth has? Stop scrolling for 1 second, because what I'm about to say might be the only thing today that actually reaches you. You weren't forgotten. You weren't skipped over. You weren't left behind while everyone else got their miracle. You were chosen for something so specific, so rare that heaven had to break you a little first, just to make room for it. Right now, you might be sitting there feeling invisible, like the world moved on without checking if you were okay. Like everyone around you is getting promoted, getting married, getting healed, getting their breakthrough, and you're still standing in the same spot, wondering what you did wrong. You pray, and it feels like the ceiling. You hope, and it feels naive. You've started to wonder if maybe you're just not the kind of person good things happen to. I need you to hear this clearly. That ache in your chest isn't proof that God forgot you. It's proof that something inside you is shifting. And shifting always feels like breaking before it feels like becoming. You are not behind. You are in preparation. And preparation never looks like blessing while it's happening. It only looks like blessing when you turn around and see what it built. 1. The setup always looks like a setback. Every person, whoever carried something powerful, first walked through a season that looked like failure. Not because God enjoys watching you suffer, but because the very thing you're being given requires a kind of strength that comfort can never produce. Think about it. Diamonds don't form in soft soil. They form under pressure that would crush anything ordinary. If you're under pressure right now, it's not because you're being punished. It's because what's forming inside you isn't ordinary. 2. Your isolation was never punishment. It was protection. There is a reason you've felt distant from people lately. A reason certain friendships quietly faded. Why certain rooms don't feel like home anymore. God will sometimes pull you into a quiet, lonely space. Not to abandon you, but to protect what he's building in you from voices that would talk you out of it. You weren't being excluded. You were being shielded. The version of you that's emerging needed silence to grow. Because some seeds die the moment too many opinions touch them. 3. The delay was never about punishing you. You keep asking why it's taking so long. Why the door hasn't opened yet. Why the answer still hasn't come. Here's the truth. Nobody tells you. Delay is not denial. A wound takes longer to heal than it took to happen, but it does heal. And it heals stronger than the skin around it. What you're waiting for hasn't been cancelled. It's being perfected in a timeline you can't see, on a level your current capacity couldn't have handled 6 months ago. 4. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It's a receiver. You feel things deeply. You cry easier than most. You absorb other people's pain like it's your own. The world has probably told you to toughen up, to stop being too much. But that sensitivity, that's not a flaw. That's a receiver tuned to frequencies most people can't even pick up. The same heart that breaks easily is the same heart that will one day comfort thousands of people who feel unseen, because you know exactly what unseen feels like. 5. The pain you're hiding is becoming your assignment. Whatever wound you carry, quietly, the one you don't talk about at dinner, the one you smile through at work, that wound is not wasted. It is the exact material your future purpose is made from. You will one day speak to a room, a child, a stranger, a comment section, and the only reason your words will land is because you survived the thing you're trying to survive right now. Your scars are training. Your pain has a destination. 6. Everyone else's timing is not your timing. Stop measuring your life against someone else's highlight reel. The person who got married at 22 and the person who finds peace at 40 are both on time, minus just different clocks. God is not late with you simply because he was early with someone else. Comparison will convince you that you're failing. But you're not failing. You're following a path nobody else has ever walked, which means no one else's pace will ever apply to you. 7. The enemy fights hardest right before the shift. Have you noticed that right when you tried to change minus eat better, pray more, leave something toxic minus everything got harder? That's not coincidence. That resistance is often the clearest sign you're standing at the edge of something real. Nobody fights for territory. That doesn't matter. If your mind has been louder, your doubts heavier, your temptations stronger lately, it might be because you are closer to your answer than you've ever been minus, and something doesn't want you to reach it. 8. Your breakthrough will not look like you imagined. You've probably pictured exactly how your miracle should arrive. The job, the relationship, the healing, the recognition. But often, God's version comes through a door you weren't even watching. The very thing you almost gave up on becomes the testimony that changes someone else's life. Stay open. Sometimes the blessing is disguised as a disappointment you haven't unwrapped yet. 9. You are being trusted with something heavy on purpose. Some assignments are too heavy to give to people who haven't been broken first, because the breaking is what teaches you how to carry weight without resentment. If your life feels heavy right now, it might be because you are being trusted with a level of responsibility that requires real strength, minus strength that's currently being built in you. One hard day at a time. You were not given this struggle because you're weak. You were given it because something in you proved, long before you knew it, that you could hold what others couldn't. 10. This season is rewriting the story you'll tell later, one day minus. And it's closer than you think, minus you will sit across from someone who is exactly where you are right now, crying in their car, doubting their worth, wondering if they're forgotten, and you will look them in the eyes and say, I know exactly how that feels. That moment only exists because of what you're walking through today. This isn't the end of your story. It's the chapter where the real plot begins. You were never an accident in this timeline. You were placed here, now, in this exact body, with this exact pain, because something in you was built to carry a kind of strength the world hasn't seen from you yet. So if today felt heavy, let it be heavy and keep walking anyway. Let the tears come if they need to minus. They're not weakness, they're proof that something real is moving through you. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. And when it finally breaks open minus, and it will minus, you'll understand why none of it could have happened any other way. If this spoke to something in you, stay close. Subscribe so you don't miss the next message you might need exactly when you need it. You're closer than you think.